This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. This is the first video that I'm taking after close to 3 weeks. I just got back a week ago from Seattle, Washington, and I'll have some comments to say about that a little later. Right now, I'm just going to see about perhaps getting Charlie on video. Luckily, Charlie was there when I returned, thanks to the good work of my husband and a fellow animal activist, Roy. So I want to thank him dearly for taking care of the looking after the birds and their safety. And it's been raining and foggy, and wow, it looks like we are very lucky today. We have Stanley. Stanley's on the field. Don't you see the gray heron in the background? And a few crows on the field. And I don't know if Charlie will come down. Yesterday and today he was acting very strange. Every time he came down and I tried to give him food, he ran away from me. So I'm not sure. I think that he's somehow been traumatized by another human being. So obviously it's after 5 in the evening here in Kreuzlingen, Switzerland, and the sun is rather low. Usually in the third feeding of the day, there are not as many birds. The largest portion of birds show up in the morning. So I'm going to throw some food out here in the field for the last feeding of the day. Yesterday was rather eventful. I had several schoolboys aged somewhere between 10 and 11 years old, anywhere from 9 to about 11, throw stones at me for feeding the birds. Unbelievable. But some of the children here are very ugly, but they're just parroting their parents, unfortunately. So I'm going to put this down in the field, and we'll see what happens here. There's still a little bit of grain left on the field, but we polished that all off, and we'll see if we can get Charlie to come down here. I don't know. Perhaps someone else fed him during the day. I'm not quite sure, so we'll see what happens. Recently, there's been so many people walking up and down the sidewalk that I've had to throw the food here feed them on the field, because there's just too many people walking by. You can see a few on the church there, and here's one waiting. Let's see, we'll give him something there. Recently I've been feeding him like this. Everybody gets a little piece here. We'll see what happens. Yeah. What I have noticed is Charlie giving out the feeding call. That he's been doing. There's Stanley. Stanley's hunting right now on the field. Yeah. So, and we have seagulls. Today we have quite a lot of seagulls. They're very early this year, like last year. They're coming earlier and earlier. Normally they didn't show up till the end of November and December, truly when it's winter. But that could be Charlie. No, that's not Charlie. There's another bird giving the feeding call. I'm not quite sure that's Charlie either. No, I don't believe that. Let's So far I don't see Charlie. So that's not Charlie. That certainly is not Charlie there. So the seagulls have been appearing the last few weeks already. Actually started beginning of October, which is absolutely amazing, but it gets earlier every year. So looks like there's someone at the Mormon church, but the other day I was also honked the horn and, you know, disturbed the birds on Sunday morning, unfortunately. But I felt I had to with the weather being so nice, even though I knew there probably was not a good chance of seeing Charlie this evening. I had to come out here and make a video. So you see I have the GoPro. I haven't seen it in a couple of weeks, so they're a little bit shy. We'll see what happens. Egg down there. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, another person driving by with a scowl on his face. Wow. It just never ends. So I had a reprieve for 14 days, but since I've been back, I've been verbally assaulted, honked at, very, very bad. I don't know. I don't know why Charlie's not coming down. I don't understand it. So I'll have to make a concerted effort to go to his favorite places and see if I can get a hold of Charlie. I don't know why he's so afraid, but at least I did see him, so he is alive, but he's just not coming to me. He did when I came back, but the last 2 days, yesterday and today, he's not coming. So I'm not sure what the problem is. I hope that he's not sick. We'll see. We'll see what's wrong with him. But perhaps I'll try here. We'll see. Could be Charlie's coming down to the field. It could be we've had a lot of action here with pigeons and seagulls and hawks, all looking for food. We have some people walking here behind me. Don't want them in the video, so I'll go in the field here, and yeah, so we'll see. They got nothing but terrible things to say. Young people, right? You would think that they would be more understanding and aware of what's going on in the environment. Not here. Not many young people. I've only encountered a handful, but not many, let me tell you. Basically, they just don't see the light. They just don't care, and the way that they were brought up is, what I can say, they're damaged goods. They're going to continue their way of thinking to their children, and the circle goes on and on and on. You can see them on the field here. Sometimes they're afraid to take the food, are cautious. You see they jump back. That's not something they used to do, but in the last half year, that's something now that is normal for them. They just don't trust anybody. I just don't know where Charlie is. Perhaps he had enough food. Perhaps he's not feeling well. I don't know. But there's nothing I can do about it. We'll just let Charlie is a wild bird at the end of the day, and we have to let Charlie be Charlie. So when he's hungry, he will come down. So hopefully, like I say, he didn't eat something that, you know, was put out by the poisoners. That could be Charlie out in the field. Well, kind of looks like him. We'll have to see. Charlie, come, Charlie. Good boy, Charlie. Good boy. Let's see if that's Charlie. Good boy, Charlie. Good boy. That could be Charlie. But you see, he didn't come to me. That could be Charlie. Walks like Charlie. Ah, Charlie's taking it from the thing. From the, there he goes. I think that was Charlie. But Charlie did not want to come to me. Don't know why that is. Maybe he doesn't want the conflict. Don't know. But that certainly looked like Charlie. That certainly looked like him. Because the traffic's so heavy, I don't want to go to the other spot on the electrical box. He loves to land on that, but being there's so much traffic, and we have a lot of evil people here who will just honk their horn and make Charlie very nervous. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.